upgrade your kitchen, maybe completely reimagine your outdoor living or kitchen space. Maybe you just need some help in your laundry room like we did. Mayer, they've got you covered across the board. Top brands at a great value for you and your home. We found a new washing machine, a new microwave, and a new range, all in not even one afternoon, not even in an hour. Probably about 30, 40 minutes with Mayer and Mayer. We had it all figured out. Walked through the showroom, figured out what fit our specs, what fit our budget, what would work with what would flow. We got a bit of an older house. Had to make sure some of this stuff could even get in our house. It ain't so easy. Mayer took care of all that. Installation, delivery, all went exactly like they said it would. The appliances have been absolutely everything they said it would be and more. And anytime we need appliances from now on, we will be in Owings Mills, right off Reisterstown Road, at Town Appliance with Mayer and Mayer. No matter where you're coming from, Towson like us, Federal Hill, OCMD, or even outside of Maryland, because they do have showrooms in New York, in New Jersey, and they deliver nationwide. You can find everything you need. That's available at Town Appliance right now at townappliance.com.
Hi, Greg Talbot with Strategic Tax Resolution. Tax enforcement and defense strategies have changed a lot over the last year. After nearly 5 years, the IRS has restarted automated collections. You could be next for bank levies and wage garnishments. Ignoring the issue is not an option. Call 443-367-9000 to get protected. You have unfiled returns or can't renew your license? We work directly with the IRS and state so you don't have to. Let us use our proven strategies and experience with the IRS and state to resolve your tax issue. Qualified clients have cut their tax debt by more than 90%. How would that feel? Act now to learn the latest updates to tax relief programs. Your eligibility might not be the same. Strategic Tax Resolution, local, trusted, A+ rated by the BBB. Call 443-367-9000. Ask for me, Greg Talbot, 443-367-9000. You've got a guy on your side. StrategicTaxResolution.com. Get relief.
The success you've had in life matters. The late nights, the extra shifts, the moments you've stood up and said, I've got this. At University of Maryland Global Campus, we value your achievements because we're a school for real life. With UMGC, you can earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's for prior learning and relevant life and work experience, or transfer up to 12 credits toward a master's. We offer scholarships, affordable tuition, and online and hybrid classes, all with the support you need from your first day to graduation day and beyond. As an accredited state university, we've been transforming lives for over 75 years. Choose from more than 135 undergraduate and graduate degrees and certificates, and get ready to succeed again. At UMGC, we believe nothing should stand in the way of your next achievement. Not doubt, not your life stage, and especially not an application fee. Just apply by February 11th and we'll waive your application fee. Learn more at umgc.edu. That's umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by SCHEV.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Sponsored by the Maryland Center of Excellence on Problem Gambling. If you or someone you know needs help, call 1-800-GAMBLER 24/7 or go to helpmygamblingproblem.org. Services are free and always confidential.
From the Thompson Creek Window Company studios, one window replacement company that does it all. This is WJZ-FM, Catonsville, Baltimore's sports talk at 105.7 The Fan, and always live on the free Odyssey app. From the OutGuy.com sports desk, here's Tim Barbalese.
John Harbaugh and the Giants are finalizing an agreement to make him their next head coach. Harbaugh spent the last 18 seasons with the Ravens and compiled a 180-113 regular season record to go along with a win in Super Bowl 47. New York has gone 7-27 over its last 2 seasons. The Ravens have interviewed multiple coaching candidates that have prior head coach experience in the NFL. Some of those situations ended poorly, but Steve Bisciotti will not hold their record against them.
I am very intrigued by coaches that were the hottest offensive and defensive coordinators 5, 6, 7 years ago in their cycles and got jobs and went to teams that were non-competitive and didn't have a quarterback.
According to a federal indictment unsealed in the Eastern District of Pennsylvania, 20 men have been charged in a point-shaving scheme involving 39 college basketball players on 17 NCAA Division I teams, leading to 29 games being fixed. 15 of the defendants played college basketball during the 2023-24 and/or 2024-25 seasons. 4 of the players charged have played for their current teams in the past week, but their allegations stem from their previous schools. From the Bob Bell Kia Nissan of Essex Weather Center, temps are in the low 30s with an overnight low of 9. From the Bob Bell Kia Nissan of Essex Weather Center, temps are in the low 30s with an overnight low of 19. Tomorrow has partly cloudy skies and a high of 37. This Fan Flash is sponsored by the Maryland Lottery. Enter the Keno Team USA Second Chance promotion from the Maryland Lottery for a chance to win a trip to the 2028 Olympics. Please play responsibly. I'm Tim Barbalais, Ravens Terps O's, and you're home for the college football and NFL playoffs. Sports Radio 105.7 The Fan.
Inside Access with Jason LaConfora, Ken Wyman, and Tim Barbalais. Sports Radio 105.7 The Fan.
Inside Access would like to welcome to the show 2025 Hall of Fame inductee, Brian Baldinger. Brian, the Fan thanks you.
Divisional round of the playoffs are this weekend. It's a perfect time to head out to the phone lines and talk to Odyssey NFL insider Brian Baldinger, host of the Best Football Show podcast. Insider Calls brought to you by Nationwide for your insurance and financial needs. Nationwide is on your side. And Baldy, thank you as always for your time. We appreciate it. So John Harbaugh to the Giants. What do you think?
I think it's a good move by John. You know, he was out there, he was on the street, and I think he'll put a good deal of the band back together, maybe Todd Bunkin, maybe go find Anthony Weaver, maybe Randy Brown. I can see him putting his staff together. I think he's probably excited about the opportunity to get a young Jackson Dart and Malik Neighbors and Abdul Carter and Brian Burns and some guys and start putting together, a roster and start coaching these guys up pretty hard like he's used to doing.
Baldy, a week to the day after John Harbaugh was fired, Mike Tomlin stepped down as head coach of the Steelers following 19 seasons. Just your reaction to that and the future of the Steelers.
Well, I mean, like everybody else, I heard from the players and from other people that were in that meeting, everybody was surprised. Everybody was shocked. If Mr. Rooney wanted to make a move, that would have been one thing. But for Mike to step down and really surprised everybody, I think we are all surprised. Obviously, he's had a great deal of success, although the playoff success has not been good, losing 7 playoff games in a row. So, but I think I don't think he'll coach this year. I think he'll, kind of refresh and recharge and.
We lose Baldy.
Might have muted himself.
Baldy, come back. Baldy, if you can still hear us, you may have muted yourself.
Blink.
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, there you are.
We got him.
Yeah, I got you. Sorry.
Thank you. No, thank you. Yeah, okay. Well, we're starting to have candidates by the day, confirmed by the Ravens as to what they're doing. You know a lot of these guys, or certainly know people close to them, guys they've worked under, whatever. We were just talking about the kid with the Rams, Schneelhouse. And Davis Webb's sort of interesting, right? There's some of the usual candidates and then some new guys starting to make the rounds. Any of these guys, any diamonds in the rough, any guys that you've seen on this circuit who you're like, I might like him more than most, or I might know a little bit more about him than most?
No, I'd be pretty intrigued if Brian Flores, wanted to interview in Baltimore. I'd be interested in Brian in a second go round. just because defensively, I mean, if you think about the history here of what he's doing in this league, it started on a Thursday night against the Ravens when Lamar couldn't complete.
Yeah.
They couldn't convert a third down. And the Dolphins just took the Ravens apart that night. And that defense has traveled around the league. But really, the innovator of that defense is Brian Flores. And I like innovators. And I think Brian coaches hard. I understand that Lamar wants to be in on some of these meetings, perhaps. I don't know, just listen to Steve Bisciotti talk. I'd like to see Lamar and Brian Flores get together. And I'd like to see what he would think about, as an offensive coordinator, that kind of thing. So, I mean, that would be the first guy that I would be very interested in.
Talking with Brian Baldinger, it's Inside Access here on the Fan. Baldy, let's go to the games on Saturday. Bills and Broncos. Bills went to Jacksonville and won. Who do you like and why here?
I like Denver. I mean, first of all, they played everybody Week 18 in order to secure the number 1 seed. They get a week's rest. They led the league in sacks. Bo Nix has basically started every game for 35 straight weeks. He is a playmaker and a difficult guy to defend. And Sean Payton is on the sideline. And this is what he lives for. He lives to coach in the postseason. And so I like the Broncos. I know Josh Allen has, been impeded before by Lamar and Mahomes and Burrow, whatever. And I know the path is there, but I feel like this is tough. This is tough to overcome, not just because of the injuries or Josh Allen banged up. This is just a really solid football team that they were going up against at home.
Let's get to the night game on Saturday. Seahawks are hosting the 49ers. These teams just met in Week 18, a game that Seattle's defense dominated. They won 13-3. Seattle's the biggest favorite of the weekend. Are you expecting another Seahawks victory?
Yes. And look, I mean, Mike Macdonald, nobody knows Mike Macdonald better than the Ravens. You're in Baltimore there. And they'll probably, I'm sure Steve Bisciotti would love to,
go back in time.
He probably would have loved to have made this move a couple of years ago that he made.
Yeah.
But Mike Macdonald he's just bright and he's got talent. And they sit in these matchup zones and they don't give you anything and they just sit on top of you. And they got a defensive front that's young and active and shuts you down. And, maybe Kyle Shanahan has a game plan that nobody sees coming that unlocks some of the things they couldn't do 2 weeks ago. Maybe Trent Williams makes that big of a difference. But I feel like Seattle earned the number 1 seed. They look like the number 1 seed. I guess the question mark for everybody is, can Sam Darnold, take care of the football? But I think Seattle's good enough to overcome the turnovers if that should happen in this game.
Okay, so let's fast forward to the weekend. Give us your AFC and NFC championship matchups, if you don't mind, sir.
Yes.
Who advances?
Well, I think that, I feel like Seattle and Denver are going to go at it in Seattle. Denver and Houston are going to go at it. I think those are the 2 teams that survive. And then on the other side, I feel like Chicago is going to, battle against Seattle. I think Chicago is going to win that game. Yeah, I think the special teams of the Rams is a weakness.
Yeah.
It showed up last week. I feel like it can show up again this week. I think the weather's going to work against them. And I think Chicago's offense can attack that secondary of the Rams all day long. Yeah, although, look, the Rams' defensive front is elite, and maybe they influence things a little bit. But I feel like the secondary of the Rams is a weakness. They've given up 31 or more points in 4 of the last 7 games. And it's here comes Colson Loveland and Luther Burden and DJ Moore, and here comes Caleb winging it. So I feel like this is going to be an upset in Chicago.
Baldy, you have one of the more famous fingers in professional sports, so I feel like we would be remiss in not asking you about Stafford's finger. Now, I know this is a little different, but does that factor into your equation at all? I see that he's practicing full and all that, but I don't know, Baldy, and I don't know that there's that much you can do for a digit at the end of a hand, but I mean, he went from lighting that team on fire to not being able to complete a pass.
I know. Look, I mean, guys have tried to play through this thing before in the past, and it's difficult. I mean, you got to grip it. You got to grip it to rip it.
Yeah.
And that's what he relies on. He relies. It starts with the grip. It might be hard to grip it to begin with, the way the temperatures are forecasted right now. But I think it's going to be a tough go. I know there's Puka out there that can catch anything, in his vicinity, and can Devontae Adams as well. But, this is a team that led the league in interceptions.
Yeah.
This is a league that led the league in takeaways. I mean, right now, Kevin Byard is going, float me one. Just float me one. I'm going to go get it. I'll bait you to throw it. Like, I talked to Kevin this week about it. Like, he's going to be baiting Stafford to throw it on the outside to one of these guys, and he's just going to be looking to get that jump the way he did, throughout the season. So, it's a lot to ask. Things don't heal overnight when you get to that injury that he has.
Baldy, thank you as always for your time, sir. We appreciate it. We appreciate all your insights during the NFL season. We'll chat next week.
You got it, guys.
Thanks, brother.
Okay, enjoy the games, man.
You too.
That was Odyssey NFL insider Brian Baldinger, host of the Best Football Show podcast. Insider calls are brought to you by Nationwide for your insurance and financial needs. Nationwide is on your side. League at large. Next, John Harbaugh is the head coach of the New York Football Giants. We discuss next here on The Fan.
Next time on the Big Bad Morning Show.
Now that John Harbaugh's gone to the New York Giants, does that mean the floodgates are open for other coaches now that he is hired? And of course, we're going to preview the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
Tomorrow on Sports Radio 105.7 The Fan.
Baltimore, be in the building when the Coppin State Lady Eagles lock wings with Don Staley's number 3 ranked South Carolina Gamecocks Sunday, January 18th at noon in the PEC. Tickets are flying, so visit CoppinStateSports.com to lock yours in today.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Chumba Casino brings non-stop fun straight to your screen. Anytime, anywhere. Explore hundreds of games like slots, blackjack, and instant scratch-style cards. Sign up to unlock your free welcome bonus and daily login bonuses. And enjoy your chance at exciting prizes without spending a thing. Just click, play, and enjoy the ride. Sponsored by VGW Group. No purchase necessary. See terms at ChumbaCasino.com. Must be over 21 and present in a state where it's legal to play.
Paramount Plus is the new home of UFC, and we're coming out swinging with UFC 324.
Oh, what a shot!
And 325. Boom! On back-to-back weekends, the new era is here.
It's time!
Every fight.
Bam! Yes!
One subscription.
Oh, my goodness!
Pay-per-view just got knocked out. Let's go! Back-to-back blockbuster UFC events this month, only on Paramount Plus.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-894-3737. That's 800-894-3737.
Hey, football fans, picture this. You bet on your favorite player to score the first touchdown in the game, but his teammate scores instead. If this happens, BetMGM wants to give you another chance at the end zone. With BetMGM's second chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scores second instead. That's right. Bet on any pro football player to score the first touchdown of the game. If you're right, you win. If your player scores second, you get your stake back in cash. With BetMGM's second chance offer, you have a chance to keep the fun going after the first player crosses the goal line. Try a first TD score wager with confidence today. BetMGM, make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. Maryland only. Existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards paid back in unrestricted withdrawable funds. Please play responsibly. For help, visit mdgamblinghelp.org or call 1-800-GAMBLER in partnership with MGM National Harbor.
You're too busy to keep up with the latest in appliances. So are the salespeople at big box stores. But the factory-trained experts at Bray & Scarff, they know it all, and they can't wait to share it with you. The showroom alone will introduce you to advancements you never knew existed, like ovens you can preheat remotely with your phone, fridges with smart temperature controls, dishwashers with bottle washing jets, and so much more. Then you'll speak with an expert. No pressure, no patronizing, just an open discussion with honest answers and candid advice. Next thing you know, that sleek, modern home you've been dreaming of will be a reality. All because Bray beats big.
Start your new year by saving big on appliances at the New Year's sale going on now at Bray & Scarf. See the new KitchenAid Juniper Finish now available and get up to $3,000 back on select KitchenAid packages, plus 18 months special financing. Visit a Bray & Scarf location or shop online at brayandscarf.com, where it doesn't cost more to get more.
When someone treats you like family, you remember it. That's why so many clients send their loved ones to Rice Law, because we don't just handle cases, we take them personally. Rice Law. Best advice, call Rice.
RiceLawMD.com.
We hope you never need us, but if you're ever injured in an accident, we'll handle everything with trusted guidance and personal attention so you can focus on what matters most, your recovery. Rice Law. Best advice, call Rice.
RiceLawMD.com.
What's up? It's Draymond Green. I'm back for my 14th NBA season, and my podcast, The Draymond Green Show, is back too. This season, I'm breaking down games, reacting to the biggest NBA stories, and sitting down with teammates, rivals, and culture shapers. And trust me, I'm not holding back, on the court or on the mic. 2 new episodes every week. New segments, big conversations, real basketball talk for the real hoop heads. Listen to and follow The Draymond Green Show wherever you get your podcasts. We're back, we're better, let's get it.
Inside Access with Jason LaConfora, Ken Wyman, and Tim Barbalise. Sports Radio 105.7 The Fan.
If Tyler Luke makes that field goal, is John Harbaugh still here coaching this team?
For a week.
Steve Bisciotti earlier this week talking about the fact that I think he inferred that he knew this team wasn't long for the playoffs, even if they made it. John Harbaugh was fired. He is now the new head coach of the New York Football Giants. Sounds like he's getting a 5-year.
He knew. No matter what happened in the next week, those mooks in the coaching room are going to mess up this amazing roster built by a GM who bats 800. He knew it was only going to be one more week. If those coaches didn't find a way to somehow undermine us against the Steelers, by golly, they were going to do it 5 or 6 days later.
That's
baked in the cake.
Yes. So
that's over.
Harbs is signing a 5-year, $100 million deal.
Nightmare's over.
Yes. New nightmares to come.
Well, there you go. There you go.
Steve doesn't have to pay to 3 years.
Be careful, and he doesn't have to even hire the guy. He outsourced the labor. He don't even have to show up for the interviews till the very end.
Save $57 million, $52 million. So it sounds
Lamar,
like
you can go if you want. I'm not going.
Sounds like Monk is going with him, among others.
Yeah.
Maybe Randy Brown will be going with him.
I think there'll be.
There'll be a. I don't know about Zach Orr, but
I think you could see Denard Wilson as the defensive coordinator, Zach Orr as the linebackers coach.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd be a lot of familiar names up there.
He likes his guys. That's for damn sure. He's incredibly loyal.
Giro's out of work now. I'm not saying as the OC. Giro is the
coordinator.
Giro is the run game guy under Monk.
Do you think Monk wants Giro and mess it? Like, do you think he wants that vault and his stuff?
I don't know.
I think Monk's got it. I think Monk will be good. You don't want to ruin Monk with Giro. But
what are people going to do in this town? We can no longer shred John Harbaugh or Zach Orr.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to talk about...
Well, you'll find new people to shred.
And assuming...
don't worry about that. You will.
That'd
But I'm
be
just
the other
saying,
one.
this is strange territory to be in.
Life comes at you fast.
There's no current boogeyman on the coaching staff. I mean, there's no coaching staff.
There's no coaching staff. So
but I mean, it's gonna take a while for probably not that long for a boogeyman to arise. But I don't want to hear about that boogeyman. The boogeyman's the guy who's hiring everybody. It's Sosh and sunglasses. That's all that matters. The buck stops from them. This cat doesn't know when to throw a flag for a challenge. That's on Sosh and sunglasses. Can't count to 3 to know how many timeouts he has. That's on Sosh and sunglasses. Looks like a deer in the headlights in the fourth quarter peeing down his leg. That's on Sosh and sunglasses. Hey, sunglasses will be right down the sidelines with him to help him out. Sunglasses can hold his hand, get him through that fourth quarter.
So let's get to the fit in New York, though. The Giants have been a dumpster fire of an organization for years now.
Yes.
11 of the past 13 years, they've had losing records.
That's not good, Bob.
John Harbaugh had 3 losing records, including this year, in 18 seasons in Baltimore. And as I've been saying for a while, like he'll immediately raise the floor of wherever he goes. And there was that 3 or 4 week stretch during this past season where everyone's buying in. Oh, Jackson Dart and Cam Scatabo, they're just fun-loving jocks, and everything's awesome. The Caucasian creatine.
The creatine Caucasians.
Yeah, like, oh, this is great. And then
they were fun.
And then Scatabo's ankle
snapped.
Yeah, in half. But
if they stay healthy, that'll be some Saturday Night Live fodder.
Oh, yeah.
If Harbs gets them to the playoffs and those two stay healthy, somebody could be playing Harbs on Saturday Night Live.
They could.
I mean, it's been a minute since you had a win, like a legitimate winning football team in New York.
Long time.
You got to go back to Rex Ryan.
Yeah, the Giants had the 1 year. The 1 year
the 1 year under McAdoo, 1 year under Dable.
Yeah.
But nobody was like, oh, these guys are definitely it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Rex Ryan wasn't even
back to back.
He was sucking on feet.
Yeah, but he went to back-to-back AFC title games.
But I mean, it wasn't exactly a serious operation.
No. Let's get some damn snacks.
Butt fumbles. Cromartie swinging helmets on people at training camp. Tebow running the steps with no shirt on. It wasn't exactly buttoned up.
So at the very least, Harbs raises the floor, but he gives, as you like to say, he's an adult in that room now.
Yeah. I mean, people are like, oh, Harbs, now he's in a real media market. Dude, he's going to have the meeting out of his hands. They haven't had anybody who was actually built for this job there in 20 years.
I'm with you, but you know how Harbs can be very curmudgeon-y about injuries.
He also can be,
and after the games, and
he also knows how to handle the media off camera. Like I've had it out. Like I've had it out with him. Had it out with him.
I'm aware.
Like I've had it out with nobody in this world other than family. Had it out with him at an Aberdeen Ironbird. Everyone got thrown out of an Aberdeen Ironbird game because we're screaming and cussing at so much, and I'm walking up to the concourse, and they're literally pushing me out, and they're like, "Get off the phone." I'm like, "No, I'm having it out with John Harbaugh." They're like, "Shut up." He's like, "Who are you talking to?" Like, we had one in my cousin Todd's car coming home from a preseason game one time. He almost ran into the Pepsi sign. But then you'd get a phone call after he leaves Mass on a Sunday, and he's a man. He's an adult. I'm going to let you know something. He's twice the adult that Sunglasses and Sashi are. I'm telling you that just as a fact, as someone who's covered this league for a long time. He will have those people eating out of his hand. He's going to get such a long leash in so many ways. And yeah, he can be a real douchey, but he also has a way of then calling your cell when you don't think he's going to call your cell and currying favor with you again, but not doing it in the way that Eric would do it, which is subhuman. But you can tell this guy's there's a real thing there. It's not just constant transactional. So no, I think he'll be just fine there for a long time. I think that division is no great shakes. Washington, that guy will be fired in a year. They should have fired Dan. You know what they should? I told you they should have done. They should have fired Dan Quinn right now and gone and gotten John Harbaugh and Todd Monken and put them with Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
And have them there when that new stadium's built. So, they suck. Sirianni, that shelf life ain't going to be long.
Yeah.
And Dallas is a joke. He just wants to sell jerseys. So, no, man, I think it's going to be pretty good. Now, there's people close to him who feel like Atlanta maybe could have been even better. The quarterback thing, whatever. But like I told you guys, you get the first audience with the person of that stature or you get the last. He's going to one of those two places. They got the first in person with him, and they sealed the deal.
Well, where are you on Jackson Dart as a whole?
I think it's a question mark. It's not enough for me to take myself off the market for. Now, he also, I think he's going to connect with Merritt. He can see himself in certain areas. And I do think there's an emotional component to him where you get him on the right day, and he's like, I see myself here. Let's do it. Do I think if he'd have played the whole thing out and spent 6 hours with Arthur Blank, he might have felt the same thing? I think it's possible. I don't think it would have been many people. I was never really sure about Stephen Ross. And Tennessee, that ownership group is a joke. So I thought it was going to be New York or Atlanta. And if Atlanta got that, if it wasn't Matt Ryan on a Zoom, if it was Arthur Blank, you know what I mean, in Arthur's house, he might have reached the same conclusion.
Giants, to their credit, put a full court press on him.
They did it right. They wooed him the way you have to woo somebody like that. And they made sure they got the first in-person with him, and they made it count. They understood the assignment. No, I think he'll be just fine. Now, is Joe Shane going to be there in a year? And then when he's gone, does Harbs bring some of his people? Like, what's the composite? Because they have issues on personnel. And I like Joe Shane personally. And when Joe Shane got hired, I thought it was a good hire. It has not worked out. And I think it's run its course. And that's another organization that should have done the full reboot. But they're bringing in a coach. This wasn't Joe. That's different than here. People say, well, you're saying about the Ravens. They just went and got John F. and Harbaugh, who just got done with DeCosta, who's going to get Joe Shane will be gone in a year. What I think Sunglasses and Sasha are going to do is hire the exact opposite of Harbaugh and get somebody at the beginning of their career, not the end, who's completely under their thumb. So, yeah, I think Joe Shane, if there's a 2027 Hard Knocks on the New York Giants, I don't think Joe Shane's going to be in that show.
And to your point, it seems like Joe Shane had nothing to do with this hire. It was all ownership, whereas Steve and Sashi are having everything to do. At least the first step.
Chris Mara, and then there was Steve Tisch. There was they kind of did have competing elements, but they both won it. Yeah. Both sides were aligned on some candidates, and John Harbaugh was absolutely one. Both sides were aligned on the guy from Notre Dame too, but they couldn't get liftoff or traction there. Good for them. I think he'll be really good there.
Coming up next, Purple Rain in the forecast, and we'll hear some highlights from Steve Bisciotti, him talking about Justin Tucker, him talking about his GM Eric DeCosta, and him talking about the Ravens coaching staff. That's next here on The Fan.
I'm Kevin Harlan. You're listening to the station with the best Ravens coverage. Sports Radio 105.7.
The Fan.
Cut your heating costs this winter with $125 in free heating oil. Go to your local HVAC pros. Go with Petro. Visit petro.com or call 1-888-PETRO-02 today.
Xfinity is the network you can rely on. Like a close friend who will give it to you straight. The friend who will tell you that new haircut, it's not great. Friends make sure friends get good haircuts. And Xfinity makes sure you get a good deal on Wi-Fi. Xfinity gives you reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi at our best price. Now through February 1st, get gig speed Wi-Fi for just $50 a month for 5 whole years. No strings, no commitments. Just super fast, reliable gig speed Wi-Fi with our best equipment and unlimited data included. Save yourself from questionable decisions and save over Verizon and AT&T. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Xfinity Internet powered by fiber and connected to premises by coaxial cable. Actual speeds vary.
This is the sound of resilience. Relief. The sound of moving past cancer. Doctors at the University of Maryland Greenbaum Comprehensive Cancer Center are pioneering a breakthrough immunotherapy that's proving to stop cancer in its tracks. And with screenings and advanced treatments across the state, it's why more Marylanders trust the University of Maryland medical system to help put cancer behind them. That's a better state of care.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
The new year is here in Harford County, and with it comes that feeling of fresh starts, new goals, new routines, and who knows, maybe a few resolutions we'll actually stick to this time. Hi, I'm Katie, General Manager here at Plaza Ford. where my family has proudly served this community for over 90 years. I think January has a way of getting us all thinking about what's ahead, and maybe it's time for that vehicle you've been putting off, the one that really fits you and where you want life to take you this year. Whatever's on your list, Ford has the dependability to get you there, from the rugged F-150 to the versatile Explorer and everything in between. Listen, if one of your resolutions is stop worrying about my car, we can definitely help with that. We'll put you in something you'll love to drive to the gym. This January, our Plaza Ford team is ready to make finding your next Ford straightforward and stress-free, because starting the year right shouldn't feel complicated. We are always happy to see you at our Plaza Ford showroom on Route 1 in Bel Air, right next to the Falston Walmart, and our inventory is always available at plazaford.com.
Refresh your bathroom with big savings at Lowe's. Reimagine your bathroom with up to 40% off select faucets during our Bath Savings event. Need it today? Order by 2 p.m. for same-day delivery by 8 p.m. Shop for your bathroom refresh at Lowe's. We help, you save. While supplies last, selection varies by location. Same-day delivery on eligible in-stock items, subject to availability. Fees vary. Visit Lowe's.com/same-day delivery for full terms.
The Big Bad Morning Show, Vinny and Haynie, and Inside Access. Watch on YouTube weekdays 6 till 6. Now you can gawk while we talk. Subscribe at Baltimore 1057 The Fan. From the OutGuy.com sports desk, here's Tim Barbalace.
John Harbaugh is close to finalizing a contract with the Giants to become their next head coach. His deal is reportedly for 5 years and nears $100 million. Harbaugh was fired by the Ravens last week after suffering just his third losing season in 18 years. New York has losing seasons in 11 of its last 13 years. Eric DeCosta has not traded premium draft capital for a player since dealing a second-round pick to the Bears for Roquan Smith at the 2022 trade deadline. He was recently asked if he would be willing to part ways with a high pick for an impact pass rusher.
If there's an elite Hall of Fame type talent that's available that we think can come in and be, as Steve likes to call them, game wreckers, we'd look at that. We'd consider that very strongly. To do that for a really, really good player and have to pay the exorbitant price and also give up all the draft pick capital, that can set your franchise back for a long time, as we've seen.
According to a federal indictment unsealed in the Eastern District of Pennsylvania, 20 men have been charged in a point-shaving scheme involving 39 college basketball players on 17 NCAA Division I teams, leading to 29 games being fixed. 15 of the defendants played college basketball during the 2023-24 and/or 2024-25 seasons. 4 of the players charged have played for their current teams in the past week, but their allegations stem from their previous schools. From the Bob Bell Kia Nissan of Essex Weather Center, temps are in the low 30s with an overnight low of 9. From the Bob Bell Kia Nissan of Essex Weather Center, temps are in the low 30s with an overnight low of 19. Tomorrow has partly cloudy skies and a high of 37. I'm Tim Barbalace, Ravens, Terps, O's, and you're home for the college football and NFL playoffs. Sports Radio 1057 The Fan.
1057 The Fan. Torrential rainfall expected. Inside access to the castle with Jason Lockenfora, Ken Weinman, and Tim Barbalace.
Sponsored by Dietz & Watson. Dietz & Watson. It's a family thing. Premium meats and artisan cheeses since 1939.
What was your role? What was your input with the whole Justin Tucker situation and how that went down and led to Tyler Luke being here? We haven't heard from you about that, so I was anxious to hear.
None. Deferred to Eric and John.
Do you think if Justin were here, it would have been different?
No.
That was Eric DeCosta yesterday talking about the Justin Tucker. Excuse me, that was Steve Bisciotti yesterday talking about the Justin Tucker situation. And Dr. Jerry Aloysius Coleman, MD, asking the question. He'll join the show tomorrow. I didn't think that was his finest moment of yesterday, and basically saying he was completely out of it and just let John and Eric take care of it.
So I guess that's in the one of the 800 hits and not the 200 misses. I guess that the handling of Justin Tucker that was
could have been a
outsourced
miss
to him. It didn't sound like it. I mean, he had an opportunity. He hadn't spoke about it. I mean, it's a guy who he's going to probably want to put in his Ring of Honor one day. A guy who they fawned all over and sucked up to on the way out. A guy they enabled and employed while he was a menace in salons and spas throughout the greater Baltimore area. And that's it. That's the buck stops with him. But except for here, where they weren't doing anything unless he was okay with it, and he's pawning it back on them. And I'm not going to defend them for much of anything. I wouldn't. Neither one would be running an ice cream shop for me, let alone a $1 billion business. But that's shameful, and it's dishonest, and it's disingenuous, and it shows no concern, empathy, or acknowledgement of how severe and disgusting a situation it was, and something that was. And he also wouldn't know because he don't live here. He ain't about here. He lives on a yacht in the Caribbean. You care about this football team more than him. If you didn't take that away from that hour-long madness, then you weren't paying attention. That's how disconnected he is. That's something that dominated conversation here, and something that a lot of rational people couldn't get their head around why this organization was genuflecting to this scumbag for months on end, publicly and privately, and that's what you got out of your owner.
And look, we love Jerry. We have Jerry on the show a lot, and I know a lot of people have given Jerry flack about asking that question.
No,
that question needed to be asked. It 100% needed to be asked. That was one of the bigger stories in all of sports when it happened at that time. Justin Tucker was a kicker, but was known by everyone.
Yes.
And Baltimore has had an affinity for kickers pretty much since its inception. You can go back to the Matt Stover.
Wasn't just
jerseys.
a kicker. He was their choir boy. He was their number one pitch man.
I'm getting to that.
He's the opera singer.
I'm getting to that.
He's the kid you want to go to take your. You want him to take your kids to Rofo.
That's my point.
He's the Bible thumper.
He's
holier than thou, except he's a scumbag.
Huge personality for this organization. You would see countless Justin Tucker jerseys, and especially during that window before Lamar where the Joe era was getting stale and the offense stunk. Like, he was our most popular player on the team. And all of that handling was very poor, and it deserved the question. And look, I said yesterday, watching it again, like I thought Steve was very candid. He was not guarded at all in that presser, but that was definitely the low point of it.
I have to say this as a human being. When they run out their pink football nights and we want to tell women how to learn about football and we care about our female fans, they don't give an F about you. They want your money. They told you what they think of sexual assault, of what people are worth, of what human dignity. They told you everything they believe in as a brand when this billionaire reacted like that when he finally had to address something that he should have been in front of from the beginning. They don't give a damn about, they just want your money. Just give us your money. That's what that answer was. Not an ounce of compassion. Not any acknowledgement of the role that his organization clearly played in this. If not during, and you want to claim blindness to that, where everybody in this room had heard pretty much everything that came out about Justin Tucker for years, plural. And you're telling me their security staff never heard any of it. And even if you want to give them the out on that, which you shouldn't, they let this thing unravel and unfold in the way it did for months on end. They just want your money. Just shut up and give us your money.
Well, you mentioned, is it one of the 800 hits or the 200 misses? Well, Steve Bisciotti talks about Eric being one of the best GMs in the business.
You know, the hits and misses in this business, I think you have to average them out. I think Eric's one of the best GMs in the league. And so I think he's batting 800.
Yeah.
I'm just making up a number for you, but I'm not going to look at Eric's 200 whiffs. I'll look at his 800 singles and doubles and home runs.
Yeah, impressive.
You know, to me, that's fair. I'm very, very pleased with Eric. I know that Eric has been very, very introspective about his failures and how they contributed to our dear friend being shown the door. And so nobody's harder on himself than Eric. So I think I can leave him alone for a while and focus on what we've got here with an empty chair.
I can't wait till he leaves Baltimore alone, sells his team, and just goes lives on his boat.
He's
a fool. In a lot of ways, he is a fool.
Made it clear he's very, very happy with Eric DeCosta as his GM.
Yeah, he don't want to do the work himself, so that's fine. Impressive. We'll see how history treats this 1 hour. We're going to have... Elephant never forgets. We'll see. We'll see how this is remembered over time. We'll see how the next few years play out. I got a pretty good idea. My instincts, I'd put up against anybody in this market. Put up against anybody in this country. This thing is a sinking, rotting ship.
Bone?
We'll see. We shall see.
He's batting 800.
I'm not saying he's batting 800.
He knew nothing about Justin Tucker?
I'm not saying that either.
Okay.
But
we want to hear from the people. 410-583-1057. What do you think? We talk to you next here on The Fan.
Next time on the Big Bad Morning Show.
Now that John Harbaugh's gone to the New York Giants, does that mean the floodgates are open for other coaches now that he is hired? And of course, we're going to preview the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
Tomorrow on Sports Radio 105.7 The Fan.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
Presented by Robinhood. Your money, your move. You have to give credit to the New York Giants during this coaching cycle. John Harbaugh is one of the top names on the market, and they moved quickly to get their guy. To me, this is the perfect match for a franchise looking to get back to championship contention. John Harbaugh is a New York football Giant. I'm Chris Black.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you can put your sports IQ to work on the games you know best. It's not you against the house. It's you participating in a live market. Buy or sell your predictions all game long. Trade every play with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Planet Fitness has everything you need to start strong, so you can give everything you've got. From plate-loaded strength equipment and functional training areas to treadmills, stair climbers, and free weights. Our equipment is best in class, and our clubs are right around the corner, so you can go all in. Join Planet Fitness today for $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Deal extended through January 16th. Don't miss it.
See Club for details.
What's up, everybody? Nick Costos here with the Sports Betting Minute, brought to you by BetMGM. Make it legendary. Please gamble responsibly. Pro football playoffs this Sunday in the NFC. Los Angeles, a 3.5-point road favorite at Chicago. The total of the game, 48.5. And I think Chicago's offense is really good. Maybe Chicago's offense scores a lot. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe Chicago's offense has a down game. LA's offense is not going to have a down game. And if you can get LA's offense to score 27 or 28 points in this game, I absolutely love that wager. I see no way Chicago's defense slows down LA. So coming up on Sunday, I like LA in the game, but LA team total over 26 or 27.5. That's it for this Sports Betting Minute, brought to you by BetMGM. Download the BetMGM app today, and please gamble responsibly.
BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. Maryland only. Please play responsibly. Gambling problem? For help, visit mdgamblinghelp.org or call 1-800-GAMBLER in partnership with MGM National Harbor.
There's a reason potato chips don't come in a clear bag. It's only 2/3 full. The rest is air. It's like your 401k. You get 2/3, Uncle Sam gets the rest. Mike Kinnett, Ryan Herbert, and the team at ProStatus Financial Advisors Group can help. Their tax mapping process can help forecast what your taxes will be in the future to potentially decrease your tax bill. Call for your complimentary retirement tax mapping report, 866-597-1040, or online at prostatusfinancial.com. Advisory services offered through ProStatus Group, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Insurance licensed in Maryland.
I'm Bob Burke,
founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
Tonight, partly cloudy, low around 23. Tomorrow, high near 35.
Weather brought to you by Staples. 2026 is here, and at Staples, deals mean business. Like up to $120 off HP Smart Tank printers. Head into the new year looking good for less. Staples. That was easy. Ends 1/31.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you could put your sports IQ to work on the games you know best. It's not you against the house. It's you participating in a live market. Buy or sell your predictions all game long. Trade every play with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Inside Access with Jason LaCanfora, Ken Wyman, and Tim Barbalase. Sports Radio 105.7 The Fan.
Got a bank full of phone calls. Let's try to get to as many of them as possible and get started with JK in Baltimore. JK, you're on the Fan.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah, good afternoon. First time caller.
Thank you.
Best show on the radio.
Ooh, thank you. Thank you even more.
Two parts to this. Second part's for Jason, but the Steve Bisciotti press conference was garbage. For somebody who hasn't come out and spoke to the fans in 7 or 8 years, and kind of make it a joke that, you know, he works remotely, invented it, and then in the same breath wants to say that he wants to win a couple more championships, but you hand the keys to DaCosta and Sashi. To me, that sounds like an owner who was throwing in the towel, holding up the white flag. I think he didn't offer any kind of hope for me for the future of this franchise. And quite honestly, I really don't think it matters what kind of head coach you get in there, because when you have people like that running it.
Exactly.
And well, they're the reason why we are where we are right now. And we got so many things busted on the offensive line, on the defense, and special teams. I don't care what head coach you bring in. If you keep the same people who have gotten you to this point, the head coach don't matter. So that was my part on that. The second part is I listened to your show for years. I go on Odyssey and I play it back.
Thank you.
And there's callers that come in and they always hate on Jason because of the way he talks, his demeanor. And I just want to give Jason his flowers, because you want somebody who's going to give it to you straight. You want somebody who has got the background as Jason has when he worked for the NFL Network and CBS. He knows people we don't know. He's got resources we don't have. If you go back and you listen to everything Jason says when it comes to the Orioles, when it comes to the Ravens, you have to be at like batting like he said.
I don't think I'm batting 800. 800, brother. I do not think I'm batting 800. Don't you put that mojo on me. We were kumbaya. I was about to start drinking again and buy you a beer. No, are you still there?
He's gone.
I am going to bring this up, though, because, and I don't want to pat myself on the back. I'm telling you, and you guys, how many times did I bring Sashi Brown up on the show? A million. Has anybody else ever talked about him in this town since that was made?
No.
It was a seismic shift in everything about the day-to-day operations of the Baltimore Ravens that would soon enough affect their football product because John Harbaugh was not going to be the coach forever. And the decision was going to be who picks the next guy. And now Dick isn't a part of that process. And Steve doesn't care to be a part of that process. And Sashi and Eric are spearheading the process. And the downward spiral accelerates now. I told you it was coming. And to the caller's point, this guy should sell the team. He should just sell the team. You've had your fun with it. Sell the team. Give somebody else a shot before Lamar's 35.
Let's grab Tyler in Baltimore. Tyler, you're on the Fan.
I understand your frustrations, like I said before, but I don't think that with Steve being the owner that he is, he's going to let somebody destroy a team that he's trying to sell. It just wouldn't make sense. And I think that he has put EDC. He may not have said it openly to everybody.
Brother,
but he definitely said
he's made $5 billion on this team.
EDC.
And, but the value's there. Teams keep selling. Like, he's too lazy to do the work himself. He said that. He said it. He
held EDC accountable by saying he's played the part and John Harbaugh is getting fired.
And he said he bats
I'm pretty
800.
Sure.
And he's letting him pick the coach.
So you think that he's just openly going to continue to bash somebody that he's had somebody working for him?
I think he's too lazy. He's too lazy to fire that guy too and actually rebuild his building, which needs to happen. So he's outsourced it. So he can stay on the boat, and if it works, great. And if it doesn't, he's going to sell the team. But I'll bet you whatever you want to bet that this next guy don't get the 6 years he's talking about, that this guy don't get the 3 years, and that the team will be sold. And I guarantee you, whoever spends $6 billion for it is running Sashi and sunglasses out 5 seconds after the check clears.
Let's go to Jim. Jim, you're on the Fan.
Hey, good afternoon, guys.
What's up?
Just something real quick here. Art Modell will be very disappointed in Steve Bisciotti, I do believe, the way he runs things now. But, fellas, and Jason, absolutely, you commented about Tucker. It was discussing what he did. But, I'm very disappointed in what the Orioles have done in honoring Tupac. You look at the charges against him, it doesn't make sense to me. You guys have a good day.
Thanks. I can't get worked up about bobbleheads.
Yeah, it's a bobblehead.
I can't get worked up about bobbleheads.
Yeah,
we got too much going on in the world.
I get it's hard for me to get worked up about much. I'm not going to get worked up about a bobblehead. It's Billy's in East Baltimore. Billy, you're on the Fan.
What's going on, fellas?
Hey there.
Man, I've been trying to get on this show to make my statements for so long, all week. And I hope everybody, whoever listens to this station, pay attention to what I'm saying. Now, all the guys the Ravens just interviewed, do any of them have a Super Bowl ring?
As a low,
on
somebody's staff, Nagy must. Not anywhere near a head coach.
Yeah, Nagy definitely.
Now, all right. Now, if Nagy got it as assistant coach with the Chiefs, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I guess Shellhouse probably has one with the Rams.
Yeah.
Now, put it like this: What would make Mike Tomlin set out a whole year if it's availability to coach a 2-time MVP?
Well, you have to trade for him.
That's the difference. Are the Steelers going to trade him over here? I don't know. They own his rights.
Yeah, you can't just. I appreciate the call. You can't just sign him. You have to trade him. I do want to try.
I think he's gonna. I think Tomlin can end up in Kansas City
this year.
No.
Yeah.
Next year.
Let's grab Audrey. Audrey, you're on the Fan.
Hi guys, how you doing today?
Good. Okay, how are you?
You have been very enlightening to me. I always thought Bisciotti was a little bit more involved with the team, but obviously he really don't care. I mean, I could not understand how they let this Justin Tucker thing go on so long. I mean, the first time he went in there, and if I was a therapist and I walked into him and he's up, naked, flags are flying and going on. I'd go to my manager, and if it was any kind of a manager, she would say, "Get your butt off the table and get out of here and don't ever come back here again." And I don't care what it costs, because you don't do that to your staff. Now, I don't know how he made it through, but I'm telling you, listening to you guys, I'm grateful for what you have shared today, because I thought we were, everything was gumdrops and lollipops, but it obviously isn't. And I'm with you, Jason. We are going to crash and burn.
Appreciate the call. We'll end on that happy note.
This guy got 86th on the record.
Yes.
From multiple spas, and that's the best this billionaire can do. All right. Sell the team.
Coming up next, our friend Lucy Burge. We'll get best bets and nonsense. She's with DraftKings. She joins us next.
Now, there's more ways to follow the Fan. On air at 105.7, on the free Odyssey app, and stream live on our YouTube channel. Search Baltimore 105.7.
Hey, it's Ken Wyman. FanDuel's turning on playoff mode. All customers get a profit boost pack every NFL playoff game day. Each game day during the divisional round, you'll find a pack loaded with multiple profit boosts waiting for you in the app. More boosts means more way to level up your playoff bets. Pick the matchups you believe in, take your shot on an upset, or build a parlay that fits the moment. Then apply your profit boost and go after even bigger payouts while the playoffs keep rolling. So visit FanDuel.com/local and grab your profit boost pack every NFL playoff game day. FanDuel Sportsbook's the official sportsbook of 105.7 The Fan. 21 plus and present in Maryland. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Please play responsibly. For help, visit mdgamblinghelp.org or call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hi, it's Jonathan Cotton with the Good Feet Store, and the start of the new year brings promise and possibilities. Yet too often, this enthusiasm is met with pain in our feet, knees, and back. Does that sound like you? Then it's time to check out the Good Feet Store. Head over to goodfeet.com to schedule your appointment today.
When the new year hits, every business could use a little something to stay ahead. A lift, a jump start, an edge, or perhaps a boost. Like the all-new 5-year business boost from Comcast Business. It's the certainty of a price lock for 5 years on qualifying internet bundles. Plus, you'll have the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment, so your whole team can stay connected at a great rate. And to sweeten the deal, ask about a $500 prepaid card when you add 2 lines of mobile. It's the boost your business deserves. So sign up for the 5-year business boost and get a 5-year price lock on ultra-reliable Wi-Fi. Plus, ask about a $500 prepaid card. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 2/22/26, new customers only. 1-year contract required for guaranteed rate. 5-year pricing applies to monthly service charge excluding taxes and fees. Best Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, May 2025.
Doug. There's nowhere I wouldn't go to help someone customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual, even if it means playing in a football game. Boom! 42! You're going down, Doug! Oh, yeah? Your price on car insurance when you customize and save is going down. Hey! Limo? What are you doing on their team? Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Problem gambling is on the rise in Maryland, and it's important you know the score. That higher rates of depression, divorce, and bankruptcy affect everyone in a gambler's life. That children and teens who gamble have higher risks for developing serious gambling problems as adults. Learn the risks. Get the facts. If you or someone you know needs help, call 1-800-GAMBLER 24/7 or go to helpmygamblingproblem.org. Services are free and always confidential.
It's Brian Baldinger with the Journey to the Big Game brought to you by Hyundai. Last week's games were wild, to say the least. But this week, we get to see 2 of the favorites to win it all back in action. The time off gave some key players a chance to rest for Seattle and Denver. But will it be enough to take on teams who are coming in off huge wins? Will the rest be beneficial, or will the rust set in for Seattle and Denver? Brought to you by the all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid. Learn how it's so much more than just another SUV at HyundaiUSA.com.
Paramount Plus is the new home of UFC, and we're coming out swinging with UFC 324.
Oh, what a shot!
And 325. Boom! On back-to-back weekends, the new era is here.
It's time!
Every fight.
Bam!
One subscription.
Oh, my goodness!
Pay-per-view. just got knocked out. Back-to-back blockbuster UFC events this month only on Paramount Plus.
Is foot pain holding you back? Visit the Good Feet store for a free personalized fitting and test walk.
From the Thompson Creek Window Company Studios, one window replacement company that does it all. This is WJZ-FM, Catonsville, Baltimore's sports talk at 105.7 The Fan, and always live on the free Odyssey app. From the OutGuy.com sports desk, here's Tim Barbalese.
John Harbaugh and the Giants are finalizing an agreement to make him their next head coach. Harbaugh spent the last 18 seasons with the Ravens and compiled a 180-113 regular season record to go along with a win in Super Bowl 47. New York has gone 7-27 over its last 2 seasons. Steve Bisciotti is 65 years old, and there has been discussion in recent years of how much longer he will own the Ravens. Bisciotti recently addressed that question.
I want to win a couple Super Bowls and get the hell out. I'd love that to be in the next 10 years when I'm 75. That's my dream. If I got one of the top teams at 75, I'll probably stay till 76.
According to a federal indictment unsealed in the Eastern District of Pennsylvania, 20 men have been charged in a point-shaving scheme involving 39 college basketball players on 17 NCAA Division I teams, leading to 29 games being fixed. 15 of the defendants play college basketball during the 2023-24 and/or 2024-25 seasons. 4 of the players charged have played for their current teams in the past week, but their allegations stem from their previous schools. From the Bob Bell Kia Nissan of Essex Weather Center, temps are in the low 30s with an overnight low of 9. From the Bob Bell Kia Nissan of Essex Weather Center, temps are in the low 30s with an overnight low of 19. Tomorrow has partly cloudy skies and a high of 37. This Fan Flash is sponsored by Strategic Tax Resolutions. Do you have unfiled tax returns or tax debt? Act now to protect your income and assets. Call Greg Talbot with Strategic Tax Resolution at 443-367-9000 or visit strategictaxresolution.com. I'm Tim Barbalese, Ravens, Terps, O's, and you're home for the college football and NFL playoffs. Sports Radio 105.7 The Fan.
Inside Access with Jason LaConfora, Ken Wyman, and Tim Barbalese.
Sponsored by Anderson Buick GMC of Hunt Valley and Abingdon. It's Smiles for Miles at AndersonBuickGMC.com.
Inside Access would like to welcome 2024 Hall of Fame inductee Lucy Burge. DeBurge, the Fan thanks you.
And what would a Thursday be without our chat with our friend Lucy Burge from DraftKings? She's an IA Hall of Famer, and she joins us now. And Lucy, thank you as always for your time. So I'm curious the emotions you've run through as a Red Sox fan. Bregman leaves, Ranger Suarez in. How are we feeling about all that?
Yes, well, good afternoon. It is a roller coaster of emotions because not signing Bregman to me was shocking. There were people who were not shocked because, of course, the Red Sox are going to let him go and Boris is his agent, so he's going to get the best deal, and the Red Sox are not going to offer him the best deal and will be outbid, and that is what happened. But I thought after all the drama of this and the back and forth, and he changes his Instagram avatar to something that's not Red Sox related or something, that he would, in the end, come back to the Red Sox and sign with the Red Sox. And that did not happen. And I think what it was the no trade clause that the Cubs offered him was the difference. I think the $10 million difference meant less to him than the Red Sox not offering him a no trade clause where he wanted to put down roots with his family. And that's infuriating that was the difference. Like, just offer him that, and the fact that you traded Rafael Devers and sent him away, and then you, because of the Bregman miscommunication with Devers, and so he's gone, now Bregman's gone, and now what? So they signed Ranger Suarez, and great, they did something, but now they might not be done, but there is a piece of me that does believe they are done, and that's it, and they're trying to satisfy the fans. So it's a roller coaster, because that's great. Like, now the Red Sox have a massive pitching rotation, one of the best in the league, you could say one of the strongest, but they don't have Alex Bregman, who's going to play third base. So it is a roller coaster of pieces that need to come together.
Well, Lucy, your Patriots won an ugly game against the Chargers, 16-3, but it's a playoff, survive in advance, and they did, and now they host the Texans. How do you see that game playing out, and are the Patriots going to win the Super Bowl?
Yes. Well, so yes to the final question, of course.
Yes.
I do think they're going to win the Super Bowl. So how I see this game playing out is the Patriots will win, but it will be a lower scoring game. I think I would take the under on this.
Yes.
I was just thinking about this. I would say Patriots 20, Texans 14. I think that much of a difference between the scores here, because the Texans have a much better record when they score at least 20 points. And then when they don't, they're 1-5, I think. And their defense is superb. So I don't think the Patriots will score, put up 30 or more points or something. But I think 20 is a sweet spot, and the Texans will lose the game.
I will never get over seeing the sports world to some degree, at least as it pertains to the NFL, through this Brady Belichick. What happens to them since they've left each other? And Tom Brady, we've had a lot of fun at Tom Brady's expense on this show. No doubt about it. He does some goofball stuff a lot.
Yes.
But obviously Belichick is, God love those crazy kids, but let's be real. He's diminished his legacy, and no one's ever going to interview him for a head coaching job in the NFL again. And I don't know if Tom Brady's going to make the right hire in Vegas or not. But Tom Brady, the broadcaster, has come leaps and bounds.
Oh, he's good.
And Tom Brady, the broadcaster, now is getting all the flowers that Romo used to get. Have you noticed this? The whole world is now Brady's actually good at this. Romo's a joke. Yeah. And he's starting to become he's never really failed at anything professionally. I figured if Tom Brady puts his mind to this, he'll be a rock star. He seems to be nudging towards that.
Yes, absolutely. I agree with you, because I think what happened with Brady is he is locked in now in a way that it's like something changed, where he realized he can just be himself in the booth, and he doesn't have to act like a broadcaster traditionally, a robot, exactly, where he could just relax. And I think maybe there was some kind of breakthrough, and maybe it was last week, I believe it was last week, where everything's blending together, where he was explaining throwing the ball through the wind. And I think because he looked like he was right back to playing when he was just dialed in. He was maniacal about it, and that's why he's a machine, and that's why he's the greatest, and that's why he's the GOAT. Is that's his entire life. It's his obsession. That's it. And I think he realized all you have to do is just talk about that. All you have to do is talk about your obsession the way you would talk about it just naturally, and everything just kind of opens up. And what I would say about Romo is, lest we forget, he was the one who dubbed the Patriots the DTF Patriots.
Yeah.
Because he said it, it's detailed something and focus.
Oh, I missed that.
Down to fight, right?
Down to fight. Yeah, sure. I think detailed T something, and then focused was the F.
Yes.
And I don't know if I think either he was trying to do something there a bit, or he really believes that's what that means. But ever since he said that, the Patriots have been on an absolute tear and have only lost I think he said that before their last loss, lost one game. So I think credit to him for the run the Patriots are on right now. But I think Tom Brady has really, even in the past couple weeks, just improved in the booth.
Talking with Lucy Bird's Inside Access here on the Fan. I think, though, that Tom has gone a bridge too far. I think he's great in the booth, but then they cut to commercial and he's hawking pizza. Do you think Tom Brady actually eats pizza?
No.
No shot. He was eating avocado ice cream his whole career.
Pizza with the cauliflower crust and no cheese.
There's no way he's eating pizza.
Well, as I saw some people say, divorces are expensive. So, yes, a Pizza Hut commercial is the best example of this, that he is doing this. I love Tom Brady. We know this. If I see that commercial one more time, I'm going to lose my mind. I hate it. It's good for once. Tom Brady's doing a Pizza Hut commercial. The Hut thing, I'm going to lose my mind. If I never see that again, it will be too soon. I need it to stop. If it was like a Super Bowl commercial and it airs once, great. But every single week, no thank you. I need him to do actually another commercial to just supplement that, because it's really annoying, to be quite frank. But we are talking about it, so I guess they win. But it's not inspiring me to buy Pizza Hut.
No.
But it is. I remember when he and Belichick actually at the same time did Subway commercials. And people were saying, well, it's really strange that he's doing Subway commercials because that's not even the healthiest thing. And now Pizza Hut is a whole different level.
Yeah.
Subway is way healthier than Pizza Hut, I would think, or just optically a little healthier. So, it is. I wonder what he'll be doing next in terms of KFC commercials. I don't know. But
maybe just lard.
Yeah.
Tom Brady for lard.
I like that.
He's good with everything. You can fry a boot with lard.
Spokesman. Right, yes, he's a fried Oreos salesman, but I think that it's probably, he's taking anything he can, because also, if he now is trying to woo Alex Earl, he has to step it up. He has been posting his Instagram stories of his watches and his view from his pool, and I'm catching another flight, so I think he needs to keep that lifestyle up too, so that's probably what that's about as well.
Well, Lucy, on a serious sports story, we're going to get into this after the break. Look, you give out picks every day. Jason and Ben with Wannabek give out every picks. The latest point-shaving scandal in college basketball. Just your reaction to the newest story breaking this morning.
Yeah, so it's crazy. I mean, they're called an international criminal conspiracy, which is very serious. This is insane. So it's never great when this happens because the integrity of the game is very much threatened when things like this happen. But when you see stuff like this, are you surprised anymore?
No.
I see this and I'm like, that's
Nope.
just the world we live in now. And it shouldn't be happening. It's really too bad that it's happening, because every time you see this story, you're like, come on, we have to just follow the rules. Just don't be doing this stuff. But it's not shocking, but it's come on. It really does hurt the integrity of things like this, and not hurt it, but optically kind of. So I just think it's kind of too bad and kind of weird that some of them were just playing. And some of them were the fixer, whoever it was, just posted bet slips last night or something. It's just oh my God. And then when you see how things unravel, it's kind of fascinating, but it's not great. Not a great look for anybody involved. So yeah, it's insane. Also, how many people were involved is crazy. It's just this stuff runs so deep, and it's just it's very scummy, and it's just no good. I denounce it.
So, Burge, what are we betting on tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, speaking of, if any of them involved want to hit on the Bruins puck line tonight, so I am taking Bruins puck line this evening. It is the Zdeno Chara night. They are retiring the number of Big Z. It's going up into the rafters, so I don't know how they can, first of all, lose, but I think they're going to put up another 10 goals like they did this past weekend. So puck line on that, and also they're up against the Kraken, which they need revenge against the Kraken. So this is a revenge game because they lost to them this past weekend, and Marco Sturm called them immature after that loss. So I think big revenge game for the Bruins tonight, -1.5, and the Patriots this weekend, -3.
That's what's cracking.
Lucy Burge, let the people know where they can find you.
Can find me at DraftKings or on Nesson locally here in New England.
Yeah.
And on DraftKings, I said, on Twitter and Instagram at Lucille Burge.
Lucy, you're the best. Enjoy your weekend. We'll talk next week.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Talk to you next week. Go Pats.
Coming
Houston. Sorry.
Coming up next, it's TMI with TIM. What you got?
I just brought it up. We're going to get into
Zdeno Chara?
the latest point-shaving scandal. One local school involved. Another local school had a humongous bet placed on them.
Yeah.
We'll tell you who it is next.
Next time on the Big Bad Morning Show.
Now that John Harbaugh's gone to the New York Giants, does that mean the floodgates are open for other coaches now that he is hired? And of course, we're going to preview the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
Tomorrow on Sports Radio 105.7 The Fan.
Traffic is brought to you by the Holloman Firm, the law firm where you matter.
I'm personal injury attorney Justin Holloman. When an accident or injustice turns your life upside down, you need a strong voice on your side who truly cares. A law firm where you're more than just a case. Call my firm, the Holloman Firm. TheHollomanFirm.com.
Traffic sponsored by Farnan and Dermer, the Comfort Guys.
Hey, it's Jeremy Kahn for Farnan and Dermer. Right now from BGE, get up to $4,000 off select high-efficiency HVAC systems. For details, just call the Comfort Guys today at 410-367-7777 or visit them at farnanddermer.com.
Baltimore, be in the building when the Coppin State Lady Eagles lock wings with Don Staley's number 3 ranked South Carolina Gamecocks. Sunday, January 18th at noon in the PEC. Tickets are flying, so visit CoppinStateSports.com to lock yours in today.
As a detective, I've solved many mysteries, but this one has me stumped.
Why does NJM Insurance remain silent in a world full of catchy jingles?
What are they up to? It's suspicious.
Yet their policyholders all agree.
NJM is amazing. When things go wrong, they do what's right.
But is the world ready for an ad break that's jingle-free? Tune in to Baffling Mysteries, where the story of the missing jingle unfolds.
This fictional podcast is brought to you by NJM. No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. Insurance underwritten by NJM Insurance Company and its subsidiaries.
This is the sound of resilience, relief, the sound of moving past cancer. Doctors at the University of Maryland Greenebaum Comprehensive Cancer Center are pioneering a breakthrough immunotherapy that's proving to stop cancer in its tracks. And with screenings and advanced treatments across the state, it's why more Marylanders trust the University of Maryland medical system to help put cancer behind them. That's a better state of care.
Never have I ever called my sister from the finish line of my first marathon.
Hello?
You won't believe where I am.
Are you running?
Mile 26. I'm gonna make it.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. Plus 2 lines for just $30 a line.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was amazing. Mom, how do you feel? I feel great. I can't feel my feet. Let's take a picture, and then you may carry me to the car.
Share every stride, every mile, every memory on America's best network. Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e on us and 2 lines for just $30 a line.
With 24-month bill credits and 2 eligible port-ins on Essentials 55 Plus for well-qualified customers with autopay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 128 gigabytes, $599.99 required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
When it comes to affordable term life insurance, everyone's whistling the Big Lou tune. If you're over 50, maybe a bit porky, or have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost about $200 a month. Even if you're not in perfect health, call Big Lou, because he specializes in finding big chunks of affordable term life insurance for just about everyone. Don't let diabetes or other health glitches keep you from owning $500,000 to $1 million or more of term life insurance. For affordable term life insurance, call Big Lou. Don't hesitate. Call 800-700-6898. 800-700-6898 or visit biglou.com.
Call Big Lou, don't hesitate. 800-700-6898. Call Big Lou, don't hesitate. 800-700-6898. Visit biglou.com.
Good morning. This is your Hardee's 2 for $5 breakfast mix and match alarm.
We've got fluffy eggs and sausage on a made-from-scratch biscuit ready. Or perhaps biscuit and gravy. Ooh, maybe a sweet cinnamon roll. Wake up and smell that sweet deal. Mix and match any 2 for just $5 for a limited time. Only at Hardee's. Don't snooze on the app. Snag juicy deals, order ahead, and get to work on time. Maybe. Exclusive app offers for registered My Rewards members only. Available for a limited time at participating restaurants.
The new number,
Sports Radio,
is 105.7.
The Fan.
Please make a note of it.
From the A.J. Michaels Heating and Cooling Traffic Center.
Inner loop of the Beltway at 83 of the Jones Falls Expressway crashes on the right shoulder, slows after Green Spring Avenue. Inner loop of the Beltway's heavy off and on from 95 to Security Boulevard on the west side, and 95 northbound heavy from Caton Avenue to the Fort McHenry Tunnel. 295 northbound is heavy from West Patapsco Avenue to I-95 and Russell Street, and 895 northbound heavy from I-97 to the Harbor Tunnel. I'm Scott Brady with traffic.
Hot takes from the guy behind the glass.
I'm in a glass case of emotion.
TMI with TIM.
TMI, my friend.
Inside Access. 105.7 The Fan.
T-Bone time, TMI with TIM, and the floor is yours.
seems like the regularity of these TMIs every couple months, we do a betting scandal, point shaving scheme, and here's another one today. Dropped this morning, and bringing this one up because it involves a couple of local schools. One directly involved, one that had a big bet placed on it. College basketball point shaving scheme involving more than 39 players on 17 NCAA Division I teams resulted in dozens of games in the previous 2 seasons being fixed by a gambling ring that included a former NBA player. That is according to federal indictment unsealed Thursday in the Eastern District of Pennsylvania. 20 of the 26 defendants played college basketball during the 23-24 and/or 24-25 seasons, according to the indictment. And this is kind of similar to some of the ones in the past. Authorities describe 5 defendants as fixers who recruited players to participate in the scheme and offered bribes ranging from $10,000 to $30,000 to intentionally underperform. The bettors then placed and won millions of dollars in wagers on the fixed games, according to prosecutors. And one of these schools listed in the indictment includes Coppin State. Now, the other school that was involved, Pete Thamel, he got the 70-page document and had some screenshots from it. This was one of the bigger bets placed. Approximately $458,000 was placed on Towson to beat UNC A&T.
No way that gets flagged.
And Pete Thamel, this is part of the screenshot in his tweet. This is the Towson game that I just referenced.
I was also on that game for $25.
Yes.
I was on the right side of cheating history because Towson covered easy.
By the way, add that 25 to the total because those were the 2 bets placed on that game.
Yeah.
In the hours leading up to the game between North Carolina A&T and Towson, defendant Jalen Smith communicated via text and on the telephone with defendant Camion Shell about the details of their scheme to fix this game. In text message communications, for example, defendant Smith directed defendant Shell to ensure that North Carolina A&T failed to cover the spread and that the score not be close. Quote, 10 or more points, bro. We shouldn't need to be sweating bleep, end quote. Defendant Smith then told defendant Shell that he would pay other North Carolina AT&T players if defendant Shell needed them for the point-shaving scheme during the game. Quote, if it starts looking shaky, tell 2 or 3 other players what it is, and they're paid too. On or about February 29th, 2024, North Carolina A&T and Towson, they played. Towson outscored North Carolina A&T 42-21 in the first half, covering the spread, and the Fixers won the bet. I went on ESPN and looked at the box score of the game. The final was 84-58. Towson won the game easy. North Carolina A&T shot 19 of 57 from the floor, 17 of 26 from free throw. And a lot of these schools, really all these schools, are mid-majors, so they don't have the NIL
more like
funding.
mid-minors.
Yeah, they don't have. They don't have the NIL
Coppin is not
funding
a mid-major.
that the bigger schools have. So when you're talking about 10 to 30 grand for college kids that are making nothing,
sure.
Okay. So I mean, and this is just happening with more regularity.
Well, I don't know about that part of it.
Well,
I think it's been happening always. We're finding out about it with more regularity.
Yes. Correct. And that now that it's legal, it's much easier.
It's regulated.
Exactly. To where, if someone bets $450,000
I'm shocked. I'm dying to know who took that bet. Because the whole thing about gambling and how the house never loses is you don't want to be super positioned one way or the other. So, like, to take a bet of that size on a game that small, and, like, I remember this game, and I remember talking about this game on CBS Sportsline as, like, one of my best bets. It was not one of these nights where there's 149 games in college basketball. So to take that much action on one game when there's not that much inventory, the whole goal is to be able to balance it out. There's no way that they had $100,000 on A&T, let alone $400,000 to sort of somewhat balance the scales. Like, I don't know how big I don't care how big the casino is. I'm shocked that somebody took that wager.
Yeah.
I feel like I ask you and Ben this question each time one of these scandals come up, but like, do you shy away from betting like in those waters with those caliber of schools because
I don't
of this?
bet $458,000, Bone.
Of course.
Bet $25.
Of course not. But I'm just saying, like, does that give you any
It's gambling. I mean, you don't. Yeah, I mean, you don't know what the hell. I mean, you see fishy stuff all the time. I watch a lot of college basketball games that nobody else is watching.
Yeah.
Radford against Gardner-Webb. Did I see a couple things last night? I mean, I don't know. Like, but I mean, even big sports. There's stuff happening in the NFL. There's stuff happening in the Premiership. Why is that a handball, but this isn't a handball?
Dude, and Ben, you showed us the video prior to the show. What was it, Kent State? Where it was like, dude,
it was Kent State Buffalo, and it was one of the best. Dude has a fast break layup, and he's like got a step on the guy. He slows down to throw a behind the back pass that goes nowhere, and it's like a minute 30 seconds of that, but there's two guys doing it. But yeah, to Jason's point, it's absolutely going on at the lower levels. But like some of these guys check out in NFL and NBA games, you're like, and then you have
the NBA just
family members. You have Clase hammering 101 into their dirt, and he was the best closer in baseball.
Right.
I mean, like, and that was happening for what they know, or for a year. It was been going on longer than that. Luis Ortiz, they say, he got dragged in once he went over there. There's a lot of stuff going on in baseball. They're going to take away those props. But like, again, it's just getting caught now. This has been going. We know the Arizona State story.
Yeah.
We know all this stuff. It's boxing. I mean, dudes are taking falls.
I don't mess around with that.
No, I don't mess around
with
boxing, but dudes are taking falls in that. Like UFC. Just a month and a half ago, there's a video of a guy just like taking one clearly on purpose and falling to the ground, and they immediately cleared him.
Coming up next, Ravens have interviewed Matt Nagy to be their head coach. We'll ask Matt Derrick, Chiefs Digest. He covers the Chiefs. Does that make sense? What does he think about Matt Nagy possibly getting a second shot? And why haven't the Ravens interviewed Steve Spagnuolo? We'll ask him all of that next here on The Fan.
Now, there's more ways to follow the Fan. On air at 105.7, on the free Odyssey app, and stream live on our YouTube channel. Search Baltimore 105.7.
Traffic is sponsored by the Ouch Guy. 877-OUCH-911.
Ouch.
Please hold for the next available disappointment.
Or skip the hold music. Call 877-OUCH-911. I'm the attorney that gives a and I'll make sure the insurance company cares too. Real help, real results. 877-OUCH-911.
Brought to you by Staples.
It's a new year, and Staples has fresh deals to get you fully equipped for 2026. Like up to $120 off HP Smart Tank printers. This deal means business, and so do these printers. Shop in store and online today. Staples. That was easy. Ends 131.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the deals at Bob Bell Kia are delightful. New Kia K4 starting at just $21,100 with rates as low as 0%. No credit, bad credit, no problem. No application refused. Visit BobBellKia.com or call 410-288-2500.
There's a myth that a Sprouts Farmers Market person wakes up before dawn, bangs out a couple of hours of yoga before downing a kale foam colostrum latte. The reality is that a Sprouts person is just someone who cares about fresh, healthy, and honestly priced everything from organic produce to the hottest new snack to hit the shelves. They love how easy it is to find the delicious and healthy food they and their families thrive on. And to be honest, most of them have never heard of a kale foam colostrum latte. So maybe that sounds a bit like you. Come see for yourself at Sprouts Farmers Market.
Paramount Plus is the new home of UFC, and we're coming out swinging with UFC 324.
Oh, what a shot!
And 325. Boom! On back-to-back weekends, the new era is here.
It's time!
Every fight.
Bam! Yes!
One subscription.
Oh, my goodness!
Pay-per-view just got knocked out. Back-to-back blockbuster UFC events this month, only on Paramount Plus.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-894-3737. That's 800-894-3737.
Never have I ever called my sister from the finish line of my first marathon. Hello? You won't believe where I am.
Are you running?
Mile 26. I'm gonna make it.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. Plus, 2 lines for just $30 a line.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was amazing.
Mom, how do you feel?
I feel great. I can't feel my feet. Let's take a picture. And then you may carry me to the car.
Share every stride, every mile, every memory on America's best network. Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e on us and 2 lines for just $30 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 eligible port-ins on Essentials 55 Plus for well-qualified customers with AutoPay, plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 128 gigabytes, $599.99 required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Come into your local AAA Tire and Auto Service and save up to $30 on auto repair with their AAA Triple Play. And on the plus side, AAA members save more. Offer valid through January 31st. See store for details.
Taxes could be your biggest expense in retirement. Do something about it. Listen to the Savvy Investor Radio Show and podcast weekend mornings here on 105.7 The Fan.
From the A.J. Michaels Heating and Cooling Traffic Center.
95 northbound heavy from Caton Avenue to the Fort McHenry Tunnel, 295 northbound heavy from West Patapsco Avenue to 95 and Russell Street, and 895 northbound, that's heavy from I-97 to the Harbor Tunnel. Inner loop of the Beltway at 83, the Jones Falls Expressway. Still have the crash now on the right shoulder, still slowing after Greenspring Avenue. On the inner loop of the Beltway, it's heavy off and on from 95 to Security Boulevard. I'm Scott Brady with traffic.
From the OutGuy.com sports desk, here's Tim Barbalese.
John Harbaugh and the Giants are finalizing an agreement to make him their next head coach. Harbaugh spent the last 18 seasons with the Ravens and compiled a 180 and 113 regular season record to go along with a win in Super Bowl 47. New York has gone 7-27 over its last 2 seasons. The Ravens have interviewed multiple coaching candidates that have prior head coach experience in the NFL. Some of those situations ended poorly, but Steve Bisciotti will not hold their record against them.
I am very intrigued by coaches that were the hottest offensive and defensive coordinators 5, 6, 7 years ago in their cycles and got jobs and went to teams that were non-competitive and didn't have a quarterback.
According to a federal indictment unsealed in the Eastern District of Pennsylvania, 20 men have been charged in a point-shaving scheme involving 39 college basketball players on 17 NCAA Division I teams, leading to 29 games being fixed. 15 of the defendants played college basketball during the 2023-24 and/or 2024-25 seasons. 4 of the players charged have played for their current teams in the past week, but their allegations stem from their previous schools. From the Bob Bell Kia Nissan of Essex Weather Center, temps are in the low 30s with an overnight low of 19. Tomorrow has partly cloudy skies and a high of 37. I'm Tim Barbalese, Ravens Terps O's, and you're home for the college football and NFL playoffs. Sports Radio 105.7 The Fan.
Inside Access with Jason LaConfora, Ken Wyman, and Tim Barbalese. Sports Radio 105.7 The Fan.
Ravens have interviewed 10 people, and they're allegedly going to interview 5 to 6 more before they take it to the next level. One of those people they've interviewed is Matt Nagy, assistant with the Kansas City Chiefs. And let's talk to Matt Derrick, who covers the Chiefs for Chiefs Digest, who joins us now. And Matt, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. So Matt Nagy kind of flamed out his first go-around as a head coach. What do you think of his prospects this time around? Does he make sense for the Baltimore Ravens?
Yeah, I think he does make a lot of sense. And honestly, one of the reasons I think she makes sense is that I think his tenure in Chicago has probably aged better than a lot of people probably realize. I mean, he won 12 games with Mitch Trubisky as his quarterback and took him to the playoffs twice. Even that 6-11 season, that was his final year in Chicago, he had Justin Fields as his starting quarterback. So I always felt like in those 4 seasons in Chicago, he really had some hamstrings. They had a great defense. Obviously, that's what powered them. But he won games with some really subpar quarterback play. And I'm not sure because, I mean, those guys have gone on to other offenses and performed even worse than they did for Matt Nagy. So I think that helps. But honestly, I can say after, having covered Matt Nagy for, 10 seasons now, he's a first-rate coach. There's no doubt about it. And I think part of what makes him a great coach is that just like Andy Reid, he's learned how to build a culture and how to lean into that. And, obviously Baltimore has a great culture. I don't think that he has to rebuild anything there, but he definitely is somebody who brings positivity into a building. He's a player's coach, but at the same time, I think he also holds guys accountable.
Well, Matt, we can look over the past couple of years since Nagy returned to Kansas City. The offense and really Patrick Mahomes, their level of play has kind of declined. Now, I'm not putting that all on Matt Nagy, and Andy Reid, of course, is the play caller, but what do you attribute that to?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of factors, and you're right. The one drawback to being the offensive coordinator in Kansas City is that you get almost none of the credit, but you get almost all of the blame. And, they've had a lot of reasons why over the last couple of seasons that things have gone wrong for them. I mean, obviously, at times they've had offensive line issues and personnel problems. This year, I think they had some problems at wide receiver, and they may have had some coaching problems down the line underneath Matt Nagy. Once again, you want to hang that on Matt Nagy, you can, but he didn't really have the power to have his own staff. I mean, he had Andy Reid's staff. He inherited all of the coaches that Andy Reid already had when working for Eric Bieniemy. So he hasn't really had a chance to build his own group here. But, I look at it and I see the things that have gone wrong with this offense in the last couple of seasons. And, I look at it and I'm like, how many of these things can I truly pin on Matt Nagy? I'm not sure there's many that I can. I think a lot of them have just been a kind of systemic. And obviously, I think there's one concept is that around the league is that if you build a defense to stop the Chiefs, the feeling is you can stop anybody. So I think everybody in the league is trying to figure out how to slow down Kansas City's offense, and defense has definitely been catching up with them.
Maybe I'm crazy, Matt, but I've thought for years that Steve Spagnuolo and Dave Toub are NFL head coaches if someone would give them a chance. And they're about 4 or 5 years ago, Dave Toub got a little bit of a run. And Spags gets the occasional trickle of an interview, but it's not like he's 75 years old like Pete Carroll, right? He's 65. Does it surprise you that those are his top lieutenants, and he has had a dynasty there? And people have plucked, the Nagys or whatever, here or there. But the fact that no one has seemingly been that interested and finding about the secret sauce that those two might have. It's always blown me away, and I think it's actually been a big part of Andy's success, but maybe I'm stupid.
No, I think you're absolutely right. I mean, and the Chiefs have been able to do a lot of things on special teams because they have Dave Toub. I mean, he is an incredible scout of talent. I mean, he's the one that's found the Harrison Butker. Mm-hmm. I talked to him earlier this year about the fact that there's like 6 punters in the NFL who are pretty much all punters in the NFL because they spent time with Dave Toub. I mean, Jack Fox, Tommy Townsend, Ryan Reckow, some of the best guys in the league, all started their careers or spent time with Dave Toub, and I think that helped them. And they've been able to go young on special teams and young players a lot because he's able to coach them up. Spags is a complete mystery to me because I'm with you. Yes, he had a chance in St. Louis, and again, that was a organization that was just ruined top to bottom. And he also had an offensive coordinator handed to him in his last year there that oversaw the worst offense in NFL history, arguably. I don't know if he really got a fair shot with the Rams. No. But no, he is absolutely, I think, a head coach talent. But again, in the NFL today where, I always expect every year that 3 30-year-old assistants from Sean McVay are going to get head coaching jobs. Who's going to hire a 66-year-old defensive coordinator?
I'm talking with Matt Derrick. It's Inside Access here on the Fan. So, Matt, in your mind, let's switch to the head man, Big Red there, Andy Reid. How much longer do you think he's going to do this?
he's signed through 2029, and I think he wants to get there. I think that's kind of his line. I think we're probably to a year-to-year question at this point. He made it pretty clear, though, at the end of this season when I asked him if there was any chance that he wouldn't be back next year, and he said it was only if the Chiefs didn't want him back. He still has the thirst for it and the hunger for it. I mean, he's one of those guys that you could see just his coaching as long as he can, but I think you can see age catching up with him. I know, spending time with his grandkids is becoming more and more important. I don't think he's going to be one of these guys that hangs on until he's 75. So I do think that age that in 2029 he is going to be almost 70 at that point. I could see that being his line of demarcation, but I also know that he's chatted with other coaches that have retired, guys who were considering it in the past, and said, "Hey, when did you know that it was time to go? And what's your advice?" And to a T, I mean, he'll tell you that they all say you don't walk away when you have your quarterback. This is the guy he's been waiting his entire career for, and they're like, you can't walk away when you've got the guy that you have right now.
Is there a possibility that Spags could maybe take over if Andy Reid steps away in the next couple of years?
I think it would be pretty clear that if Matt Nagy leaves this offseason, which increasingly looks like will be the case, if it's not for a head coaching job, if he doesn't get one of those, then I think he would absolutely consider an offensive coordinator job, as we discussed at the very beginning. I mean, if he doesn't get one of these 9 openings, I think he needs to prove that he has the ability to be his own man. If he leaves, then I think that leaves Steve Spagnuolo as the obvious heir apparent. It's just that, he's going to be close to 70 himself. And depending on whom the Chiefs bring in as a new offensive coordinator, that might be the guy that jumps in front of him.
Matt Derrick covers the Chiefs for Chiefs Digest. Matt, this was great. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Always a pleasure, gentlemen. Thank you.
Care. Coming up next, we'll hit Northern Exposure, and Mike Tomlin steps down. We'll hear from Art Rooney on Mike Tomlin next here on The Fan.
Next time on the Big Bad Morning Show.
Now that John Harbaugh's gone to the New York Giants, does that mean the floodgates are open for other coaches now that he is hired? And of course, we're going to preview the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
Tomorrow on Sports Radio 105.7 The Fan. This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
Presented by Robinhood, your money, your move. John Harbaugh is now in charge of changing the culture of the New York Giants. But first, he has to change his quarterback. The Giants aren't going anywhere if Jackson Dart doesn't change the way he plays the game. Being in concussion protocol for half of your games is no way to sustain a career. I'm Adam Abdallah.
Ready to kick off the fun? Chumba Casino is your go-to game plan during halftime or overtime. From spinning slots to instant scratch-style cards, it's like running the perfect play, all from home. New players score a free welcome bonus and daily logins with a shot at some serious prizes every time you play. Get in the game and visit ChumbaCasino.com today. Let's Chumba. Sponsored by VGW Group. No purchase necessary. See terms at ChumbaCasino.com. Must be over 21 and present in a state where it's legal to play.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Traffic brought to you by Heil Plumbing, Maryland's go-to since 1977.
Toilet backing up during the big game? I'm Eddie Heil, owner of Heil Plumbing and Sewer. Call before your basement gets ruined. We fix sewer lines quick. Financing available. Book today at heilplumbing.com. That's HEIL plumbing.com.
Traffic is brought to you by the Holloman Firm, the law firm where you matter.
Hi, I'm Justin Holloman from the Holloman Firm. Injured in an accident, lost a loved one? At my firm, the Holloman Firm, you'll get a personal injury lawyer who truly cares. With me, you're more than just a case. So remember to call Justin for justice at the Holloman Firm.
When the new year hits, every business could use a little something to stay ahead. A lift, a jump start, an edge, or perhaps a boost. Like the all-new 5-year business boost from Comcast Business. It's the certainty of a price lock for 5 years on qualifying internet bundles. Plus, you'll have the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment, so your whole team can stay connected at a great rate. And to sweeten the deal, ask about a $500 prepaid card when you add 2 lines of mobile. It's the boost your business deserves. So sign up for the 5-year business boost and get a 5-year price lock on ultra-reliable Wi-Fi. Plus, ask about a $500 prepaid card. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 2/22/26, new customers only. 1-year contract required for guaranteed rate. 5-year pricing applies to monthly service charge excluding taxes and fees. Best Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, May 2025.
Shopping with your parents can be embarrassing.
Why would they sell jeans with holes in them? I'm going to speak to the manager.
Mom!
That hoodie is giving. You should get it. YOLO.
Thanks to the Chase mobile app, your kid can shop independently while you keep an eye on their spending. So you can go from...
We can be twinsies.
...to...
How was shopping? Saw you stayed on budget.
Thanks, Mom. Freedom for kids, control for parents. That's family banking from Chase.
Account subject to approval. Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. Member FDIC.
I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds on my car insurance. Really smart. Unfortunately, I didn't check if I took the gas hose out of my car's tank. Ooh, not smart. And I drove off while still attached to pump number 3.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
Potential savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
What is it that makes the all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid an incredible SUV? Is it the spacious interior that's comfy for the whole crew? Or the capability to go off-road? Maybe it's up to 600-plus miles of range. What if it's all of that and more? What is it then? The all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid. So much more than just another SUV. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Ready to kick off the fun? Chumba Casino is your go-to game plan during halftime or overtime. From spinning slots to instant scratch-style cards, it's like running the perfect play, all from home. New players score a free welcome bonus and daily logins with a shot at some serious prizes every time you play. Get in the game and visit ChumbaCasino.com today. Let's Chumba. Sponsored by VGW Group. No purchase necessary. See terms at ChumbaCasino.com. Must be over 21 and present in a state where it's legal to play.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
From the A.J. Michaels Heating and Cooling Traffic Center.
95 northbound heavy from Caton Avenue to the Fort McHenry Tunnel. 295 northbound, that's heavy from West Patapsco Avenue to 95 and Russell Street. And 895 northbound, heavy from I-97 to the Harbor Tunnel. Inner loop of the Beltway, there's delays through Towson between Charles Street and York Road. I'm Scott Brady with traffic.
Northern exposure on Inside Access. Jason, Ken, and Tim look at the AFC North. 105.7 The Fan.
As you know, yesterday, Coach Tomlin and I met, and Mike informed me of his decision to step down as head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was an emotional day for everybody in our organization yesterday. Mike's been a great leader of our franchise now for 19 years and led us with toughness, integrity, and always reflected the values of our organization. I think you all know his many accomplishments, 2 Super Bowl appearances, 1 Super Bowl victory, many AFC North titles, and many, many wins. And
bottom line was, we were always in contention with Mike, and that's what counts.
It's all that matters.
It's Art Rooney on Mike Tomlin, who stepped down after 19 years. The Steelers still own his rights, so if he wanted to coach, but it doesn't seem like he wants to coach at the moment, the team would have to trade for him. Your reaction to all that? Another thing Art Rooney said yesterday was that they're not doing a reboot. They want to contend every year. So
mediocrity.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah,
we love mediocrity.
Look, I think you're going to see an overlap between the Ravens list and the Steelers list. They're similar franchises in many ways. They don't find themselves in this position very often. And I don't know. I mean, all these lists are pretty similar. Now, when you're a team like the Ravens or the Steelers, you have a much better shot of someone not saying no to you than if you're the Raiders or the Cardinals or, the Browns. They got a pretty good rate of getting their guy. There will probably be, their final 4 or final 5 will probably be pretty similar. But yeah, I mean, the finality, obviously people there knew what was in the wind. But to actually have Mike Tomlin come into your office and say, you can't do this anymore.
Well,
the finality of that, I think, kicked Rooney in the chest a little bit.
He didn't see it coming.
I mean, his mind knew it was possible.
Yeah.
His heart told him it was impossible.
Yeah.
And he came out and said he wasn't firing.
No, he wasn't. Dude, he weren't firing this guy.
I just find it very fascinating. 9 years without a playoff win.
Well, it's a moot point now. They're conducting a coaching search at the same time as the Ravens. And it'll be fascinating to compare those lists as this plays out.
What do you think they're looking for, Jason? Like, you obviously said it's going to be
just
similar.
Looking for the right guy. Their owner's going to be deeply involved in this. It's not outsourcing it to Omar Khan and the business guy, and the sponsorships guy or whatever.
He said it was going to be him and Omar.
No, but I'm saying he's not outsourcing it.
Yeah.
He's going to be right there.
Yeah, it's him.
They are
he's going to be in every interview.
There are no stages and when I'm ready to do my job, I'll do my job. No, he's going to be. That's what I'm saying. He's not outsourcing it to the GM and the team president who has no business being the team president. He's going to be with the GM every step of the way, putting the list together. It's making sure the slips are sent to the teams that need to be sent to get permission. He'll know whether they're interviewing 14 guys or 15 guys or 6. He'll know because he's actually a part of the process.
I'm with you, but how much does he want to win if he was going to bring back Tomlin? How much?
How many of these coaches will be better? They got to get a quarterback.
Absolutely, 100% they do. But